When Carrie Underwood stepped onto the brightly lit stage of The View, no one expected the morning to spiral into one of the most talked-about confrontations in daytime television. The country music superstar, known for her poise, powerhouse vocals, and carefully guarded private life, arrived ready to promote her latest project and connect with fans. Instead, the conversation quickly shifted into tense territory, sparking a fiery exchange that left the audience stunned and social media ablaze. Asterisk. Carrie Underwood has spent nearly 2 decades building one of the most respected careers in modern country music. After winning American Idol in 2005, she transformed from a small-town Oklahoma girl into a global superstar, stacking up Grammy Awards, platinum albums, and sold-out arena tours. Her image has long been associated with faith, family values, and resilience, but that carefully curated composure was put to the test during her appearance on The View. Asterisk. The tension reportedly began when Joy Behar, known for her sharp wit and unapologetic commentary, questioned Carrie about past remarks and perceived political undertones in her public image. Behar has built a reputation on The View for challenging guests with pointed questions, often pushing conversations into uncomfortable territory. What may have started as a routine discussion about public figures navigating public scrutiny quickly escalated into something far more personal. Asterisk. Sources close to the taping described the moment as electric. Carrie, initially calm, answered diplomatically when asked about the pressures of being in the spotlight. She spoke about the responsibility she feels toward her fans and her commitment to staying true to herself. But as Joy pressed further, suggesting that Carrie's silence on certain cultural issues could be interpreted as complicity, the tone shifted. Asterisk. Carrie reportedly leaned forward, her voice steady but firm. She made it clear that she refuses to be boxed into political narratives, and emphasized that her focus has always been on music, family, and faith, not partisan debates. The audience, sensing the tension, fell into a hush. The other co-hosts attempted to mediate, but the exchange between Carrie and Joy dominated the conversation. Asterisk. For fans who have followed Carrie's journey, from her humble beginnings in Oklahoma to headlining Las Vegas residencies, the confrontation felt deeply personal. Carrie has often avoided direct political endorsements, choosing instead to express general values rooted in kindness and personal responsibility. That neutrality, however, has sometimes drawn criticism from commentators who believe celebrities should take stronger public stances. Asterisk. Joy Behar, a longtime co-host of The View, is no stranger to controversy herself. With decades in comedy and television, she has consistently used her platform to challenge guests and spark debate. Supporters argue that her questions reflect the kind of accountability public figures should face. Critics say her approach can cross into confrontational territory. Asterisk. As the discussion intensified, Carrie reportedly stated that she believes in freedom of thought and that demanding entertainers declare allegiance to one side or another undermines the unifying power of music. She pointed out that her concerts bring together people of different backgrounds, political beliefs, and life experiences, and that harmony, she said, is something worth protecting. Asterisk. The studio audience responded with a mix of applause and uneasy murmurs. It was clear this was no ordinary promotional stop. Carrie's composure remained intact, but the emotion behind her words was undeniable. She emphasized that she has faced backlash before, and that she understands the cost of public life. What she will not accept, she implied, is having her character questioned based on assumptions. Asterisk. Social media erupted within minutes of the episode airing. Clips of the exchange circulated widely, with hashtags related to Carrie Underwood and The View trending across platforms. Fans praised Carrie for standing her ground, calling her response graceful but powerful. Others sided with Joy, arguing that public figures wield influence and should be prepared to answer tough questions. Asterisk. Entertainment analysts quickly weighed in, noting that moments like this often reflect broader cultural divides. The View has long positioned itself as a forum for lively, sometimes heated discussion. High-profile guests understand that the panel's dynamic can lead to challenging conversations. Still, the intensity of this particular exchange caught many off guard. Asterisk. What makes this clash especially compelling is the contrast between the two women. Carrie Underwood represents a segment of America that values tradition, faith, and artistic expression without overt political branding. Joy Behar embodies outspoken commentary and the belief that silence on key issues is itself a statement. When those two perspectives collided on live television, sparks were inevitable. Asterisk. Behind the scenes, insiders suggested that producers attempted to steer the conversation back to safer ground. Questions about Carrie's music, upcoming performances, and family life were introduced. But the earlier tension lingered in the air. Carrie answered professionally. Yet viewers could sense the emotional charge beneath the surface. Asterisk for Carrie. The moment became another chapter in a career defined by perseverance. She has weathered physical injury after a serious fall in 2017, navigated industry shifts from physical albums to streaming dominance, and balanced motherhood with international touring. Each challenge has reinforced her image as resilient and self-assured. Asterisk. The aftermath of the interview may ultimately strengthen her bond with fans. Many supporters expressed admiration for her willingness to defend her autonomy. In an era when celebrities are often pressured to align publicly with specific movements, Carrie's insistence on focusing on her craft resonated with those who believe art should transcend politics. Asterisk. At the same time, critics argue that cultural influence carries responsibility. The debate over whether entertainers should speak out or stay neutral continues to shape public discourse. Carrie's confrontation on The View brought that debate into living rooms across the country in real time. Asterisk. Industry insiders predict that the controversy could even boost interest in her upcoming projects. Historically, moments of high-profile tension can drive viewership, streaming numbers, and ticket sales. Whether intentional or not, the exchange placed Carrie back at the center of national conversation. Asterisk. Joy Behar, for her part, addressed the moment in a follow-up segment, stating that The View prides itself on asking direct questions and fostering honest dialogue. She maintained that disagreement is not hostility and that spirited debate is part of the show's DNA. Her comments did little to quell the online firestorm, but they underscored the program's long-standing format. Asterisk. Ultimately, what unfolded was more than a celebrity spat. It was a reflection of a society wrestling with expectations about fame, influence, authenticity, and accountability. Carrie Underwood's reaction revealed the strain placed on artists navigating a hyper-polarized environment. Joy Behar's probing illustrated the media's role in challenging public figures. Asterisk. In the days following the broadcast, Carrie returned to her routine rehearsals, family time, and connecting with fans through social media. She did not issue a lengthy statement or escalate the conflict further. That restraint, for many, reinforced her message. She prefers to let her music speak. Asterisk. Whether one views her response as an explosion or a firm boundary, there is no denying the impact of the moment. Daytime television rarely produces scenes that ripple so widely across digital platforms. Yet, this encounter did exactly that. Asterisk. As viewers replayed clips and debated interpretations, one thing became clear. Carrie Underwood remains a formidable presence, not only in country music, but in the broader cultural landscape. Her ability to command a stage, whether in a concert arena or a television studio, continues to define her legacy. Asterisk. The clash on The View may fade from headlines, replaced by the next viral exchange, but it serves as a reminder of the pressures celebrities face when their personal values intersect with public expectations. For Carrie, standing firm seemed less about anger and more about asserting control over her narrative. Asterisk. In a media era driven by soundbites and outrage cycles, authenticity can be both a shield and a lightning rod. Carrie Underwood's confrontation with Joy Behar demonstrated just how quickly a conversation can ignite him, how powerfully a calm but resolute voice can respond.